Hello and welcome to Shannon Gardens. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Today we have a bit of a different setup. I am inside because I wanted to show you guys how to make hummingbird food and talk a little bit about the different kinds of feeders that I've used and the pros and cons of those feeders. So first, I will show you guys, I have a huge measuring cup here, and this is 4 cups because I have 4 different feeders and I like to put about a cup of food in each feeder. I find that I have to replenish probably every other day, particularly in the height of summer, and to me that feels comfortable. It's before any mold starts to develop or anything, so that is a good amount for me to put in my feeders. So what you want to do is you're going to take 4 parts of water to 1 part sugar, and you can just use granulated sugar that you find in your grocery store. It doesn't have to be anything expensive, and you're going to heat up your water. So in this instance, I heated up 4 cups and I added 1 cup of sugar to that water. Your water doesn't have to be boiling, it just has to be hot enough to where your sugar can dissolve. I stirred it for about a minute and that was it. It was as easy as that. So definitely economical, not difficult to do at all. And my hummingbird food is done, and I'm just going to set it to the side to let it cool, and that's it. It is very easy. So I wanted to show you, this is actually, for the most part, 3 out of the 4 feeders that I have. I have this type of feeder, and the reason that I got it is because it had the hole, the actual feeding mouth was just a hole. Prior to getting this type of feeder, I had more of this style. However, it had the grid on it, so the actual feeding part here was yellow and it was a grid type of pattern, and I could not keep those things clean. No matter what I did, it just felt like they were always dirty and moldy. I would clean them with a toothbrush and soak them in hot soapy water. They were just never good enough. They never looked good. So I moved to this, for lack of a better word, a flying saucer type of feeder. And what I didn't think about at the time is that it's so shallow. This is probably 3/4 of an inch, maybe an inch tops, that it would develop mold very quickly. I was having to change this water daily, and it always looked murky. Not to mention, whenever I tried to hang it on my hook, it was always off kilter. So no matter how I positioned it, this thing was always tilting to one side or the other, and it just didn't look good. It was not the look I was going for, and it was murky, and so I decided to replace it. So what I've done is I've gone back to my original design. However, I found some feeders that incorporate what I liked about the flying saucer type feeder, in that it has a hole here instead of the grid pattern. So I find that this should be much easier to clean, and this part is glass. We've got plastic up here, you've got your incorporated ant moat, and then there's plastic down here as well. And I also got this type of feeder, which is a mason jar type of feeder. This is replacing one that I already have. I like it so much that I really just wanted to get the same type. The only reason I'm replacing it is it's a few years old and it started to rust on this top plate here. So I figured it was about time. So I got this. You can get clear glass. I think you can get green glass. You can find all sorts of things online, but this one was the one that I chose. So I'm very excited about that. And one other feeder, which I have not tried yet, is this little ring hummingbird feeder. And so the idea, evidently, is you can put hummingbird food in it and the hummingbirds will come up, I'm sure, after a while of getting used to you. Now, I don't know about you guys, but when I am outside, or I'm outside so much too, that during the height of the season, by that point, the hummingbirds have gotten very, very used to me and my presence, and they do not mind that I am close to their feeder at all. So I'm curious to see if I wear this and if they get used to that, if they will come up to it. I will let you guys know. Please let me know if you've had any luck with this. I would love to find out and hear from you guys. So that is pretty much it. I'm going to put my food in my new feeders, and I will show you guys how that looks outside, and I will let you know how it goes, if I find that these are easier to clean, or if I end up trying other ones in my quest to find the best hummingbird feeder for not too much money. One other thing I wanted to mention is I do use an ant moat. In addition to the built-in moats, I actually buy a separate moat, and I use these as kind of a double whammy to keep those ants at bay, because they will definitely find a way, if they can, to your hummingbird food, and they will get on there. It takes one leaf touching a hummingbird feeder for them to find the bridge to get over there. So I like to double up. I fill the built-in ant moat with water, and then I fill my separately purchased ant moat up with water as well, and I have had much more luck in keeping the ants away. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Please comment below your experiences with hummingbird feeders and which ones work best for you. I'd be very interested to hear what you guys have to say and any tricks that you know of. Thank you so much again, and until next time, bye.